what is the script of your life, right? A lot of times when people are young, they don't really have a script. That's sort of the definition of being young. You're going here, you're going there. I ask a lot of people, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. I want to maybe try this, try that, try the other thing. I don't really want to commit to anything. Okay, so that's called being young, right? The lady in Trader Joe's like 35, and she was telling me that she has the same thing. So she's like, I'm young. I'm like, okay, good. Now, being old, on the other hand, being old, so to speak, is you have responsibility, and responsibility starts to really lock you down. Not to freak people out, but you get married, you start having kids, right? You have all kinds of these other responsibilities, and then suddenly you have to take a kind of a script. You have to develop a plan. But the problem is that you might take someone else's plan. You look at the system, whatever, because you're not used to necessarily developing goals on your own. So you look at whatever community you're a part of or whatever system you're a part of, and you adopt those as your system. And you live like they tell you to live. The problem is all of a sudden you're in a pressure cooker and you start to go insane and get so frustrated because the system that you adopted isn't you. It's not what you want. It's not what you ever were all about. Right? So what are you supposed to do? And that leads you to hate the system, which is a problem. It leads you to be very frustrated, maybe irritable. You have one of your midlife crisis when you're like, 25 or whatever it is, right? Or 30 or whatever, right? And how do you get out of that? So the answer comes from the Chovos HaLevavos, which is a great book on Jewish philosophy, and set out nicely by Jack Canfield, which is, he writes that he wrote a great book called The Success Principles, which is that you ultimately have to take 100% responsibility for your life. The Chovos HaLevavos, the way he explains it is, look at who you are. Look at what you like. Look what kind of a constitution you have. Are you big? Are you small? Are you aggressive? Are you passive? What do you want? What kind of a lifestyle do you want? Right? You live in America, or when I become international, you live in other places, right? But look at what you want. You have so much opportunity in front of you to get what you want, but you don't need to ask permission to believe or to have the goals that you really have. If you want to make lots of money, if you want to have lots of influence, if you want to have a little bit of influence, if you want to be safe your whole life, just call a spade, decide what you want, and then start to work towards something that fits you. And believe it or not, if your society, if your culture, if your religion is big enough, it will have a way to accommodate the real you. So the thing I want to tell you to do is look at yourself, look at what you like, look at who you are. Today, try to do that, and then literally make goals based on what you want for your life. And if you don't do that, you're young, and then you're going to have a midlife crisis. And if you have other goals that don't fit that, you're also going to have a midlife crisis. Well, so let's avoid that. Have a great day.